99 shards. Oh, that like 9 sucking motions, 9 vibrating motions. I just like
incredible.
Go. Is that £250? And we're back.
Episode we don't know because we're recording in the future.
This is episode infinity. This we are sponsored by Love Pizza, Monte Carlo, and Prize Royale, and I'm here with my podcast host Sean McAlevey, and we're back in the original studio.
Yes.
How about it?
It's here. You know what? I've missed it. I feel comfy. I feel relaxed. There's no barman going to walk in mid-dick story.
Yeah, talking about my mate's big dick.
Yeah.
Look at me. I look like Doofy from Scary Movie 1, but
you've gone for a look. And I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest with you.
We explain why I look like I'm mentally ill. Well,
I don't think there's any explanation needed. No, this is just what you're going through.
We were golfing earlier on. We're just back from a nice day of golf.
Pete died. Pete
Pete
couldn't make it back, unfortunately.
He got hit in the head with a golf ball. Yeah, there we are. We were both reaching the conclusion. He was, God love him. Like, he's in A&E right now, so he is. So
we have a pretty chaotic month ahead because normally we're quite good with how we record these, and at the minute Pete's away to the Fringe. Probably when this comes out, you'll just be back from holidays.
Yeah, I'm back that day when this comes out.
So I hate to ruin the magic of it for all our lovely listeners, but this has been recorded way back when, so if it's not very relevant at the time, oh well.
Yeah, so
we've tried our best.
We're going to be talking about Lizzo. We're going to be talking about Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
And by next week, Lizzo could be dead. You know, like.
Do you know what we should do? The thumbnail for this video should just be like, do the newspaper of the day we record this.
Yeah.
So you can timestamp it.
Next week it could be fucking Gary Lineker is actually a racist and hates immigrants, and you know that's just how it works, guys. So at the minute the headlines are that Lizzo's a fat shaming bitch, but
what is the story with that actually?
I heard a lot of stuff that she was making people eat vagina. I don't know, eat bananas out of a stripper's vagina in Amsterdam, and she was encouraging her dancers to do it. Obviously, the fat shaming your own backup dancers is bad as well. But then,
was she saying like the backup dancers are too fat?
Yeah, but you know,
as in like they're too fat. I'm meant to be the only big one on stage, or like
that's what I was wondering. Like I'm the big
You're
girl.
stealing my limelight here.
Yeah, I'm the big girl. You just need to be skinny, or is she like you just need to be like my level of fat? You're too fat. That's
so. Because you imagine like if there's like guys going to Lizzo with like that's what they're into.
Yeah. There's many guys going to Lizzo.
Obviously, well, I mean maybe yeah, but Lizzo's like that's somebody's like type. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then if they go and they're like, well, if I can't get Lizzo and get the backing dancers, well then there you go. You'd be as happy as a pig in shade.
Well, I remember looking at Lizzo's Instagram for research reasons, and saw that DaBaby had like. You know, DaBaby, Rockstar, had commented on loads of her photos like a slap emoji and a kiss.
What?
So bros risen up Lizzo. So
I don't know if I could ever.
Risen the Liz.
I don't. Obviously, as a man in a relationship for a long time, I don't know if I could ever slide in the DMs. Like maybe the DMs I can accept, but like the public comment section when you're sliding, and that's a bold move. Like
just leaving a comment and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm not Terry Hood. Like I can't.
Poor Terry's got absolutely rinsed on this podcast the last couple of weeks.
Are we recording?
Yeah, no, we are recording.
Oh,
I just forgot to mute the other channels. We're okay.
Oh, so
okay.
Yeah, the ghost of Pete is currently going to be in the system. Yeah. I'm like, so yeah.
So will Pete be back from the Fringe when this comes out? No.
So Pete will still be in his second week of the Fringe. So right now Pete is when on the time of this recording, Pete is super positive. We're getting daily updates on him. He's out. He's flowering. He's nutritious. Actually,
he's killing it. He's killing it over in Edinburgh.
His last Instagram story I seen at the time of this recording was him at McDonald's. So he's staying nutritious.
I really hope he keeps so he's been like vlogging. If you don't follow Pete on Instagram, get on over. His stories are actually been quite good at the Fringe.
Yeah, I'm getting play by play. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's good. But I hope he keeps that up when he gets back to Lurgan. Well, going down to the Batcave here today. Yeah. Hopefully Smiley's there.
Yeah. Well, just on my way to get a Monte Carlo here. Answering the door naked to the delivery driver.
Something tells me it wouldn't be as exciting as we would like it to be, but I would definitely still
It would just be him watching the darts.
Would you get into the whole talking to the camera thing?
I'm yet to be able to get the courage to do it.
What's stopping you? Because I do it the odd time.
The Glen Owen asked me to do a video for it, and the Glen Owen we're doing the gig, and I don't know whether it hadn't sold or what, but they were like, we need you to do. No, I think it was almost sold out, so they were like, right, we want to just get the final 20 tickets sold, so will you do a video trying to get people to come, and so I wanked them off, but then so I was like, right guys, here we go, right, we're going to have a gig in Glen Owen, and it's going to be in West Belfast, right, and it's absolutely amazing, absolutely cracker lineup, absolutely fantastic comedians, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And yeah,
I remember watching at the time being like, this might have the opposite effect.
Yeah, this might be people being like, who's the wee sort of
Who's that wee
mentally
nervous
challenged
fella being
yeah.
held hostage
Is
underneath
he-
the basement?
Is he a diversity hire? Like, is he like a sympathy hire? What's the crack with him? He looks fucked. And also the fact that I'm in a matching tracksuit in the video doesn't do anything to help. They'll be like, he's special needs, that fella.
No, it is worth pointing out you had the tracksuit on, and you know you had the option to take it off and change, but you didn't.
No, because she was on to me, your girl who was running the gig, and she was like, we want to get this out by 7 o'clock. And I looked
Okay.
at the fucking phone, and it was like 5 to 7. So I was like, oh, fuck this, I need to get this out.
Yeah, fair.
So I took a wee video of it and like asked my brother to record me. And I mean, he's not the kind of guy. He's a film producer. He's not the kind of guy who does more than 2 takes.
yeah,
So,
yeah. He only works at the best of the business here. Like, and
Yeah.
you're coming in with fucking, hi guys, it's Kieran here.
I also kept clapping my hands like, guys, right, it's going to be in West Belfast, right? It's going to be absolutely
You Tom
amazing.
Smith and the
right?
life out of it?
Yeah. I'm nowhere near Tom Smith's level of
Why
presentation.
does Tom Smith have like every time he does this weird smile before he starts speaking? Have you ever noticed that?
Yeah, I there's something about him, but I'm really warm. At the start, I was
don't
taking
dislike
the piss
guy,
out of him, like,
but
Yeah.
I mean, he's like a good friend.
Yeah.
Do you want to do something like that, and you're like, you're a gobshite, but like, if you're making money for a play, but you're still going to rip the dick out of them, like you have to.
I think the last time we done a solo one, we just talked about Andy Malone, and today we're talking about Tom.
Yeah,
We've
we just
moved
talked
up,
about-
yeah. I'm noticing today that I'm wearing an old school Napoli jersey.
You're noticing
Championship.
that yourself? Yeah, nice.
Well, I'm more worried that, like, because I'm going out after this, but I'm more noticing that when I stood up, it, like, the gut hung over,
Yeah.
and I'm like, what the fuck is...
It shrinks in the wash. Yeah, you have to wear it once for it to stretch back out again. That kind of
It's
material.
happening in my boxers as well, boy.
Hey?
There's rips in the
Hey?
boxers.
Hey?
I had like a real thick pair of boxers that and yesterday, shout out Kennegar Brewery. I was doing a gig in Kennegar Brewery, and the disabled toilets, there's fucking mirrors everywhere. So that you can see, even if you
You
don't
can
want
see up your
even if you
ass.
don't want to look at what's up your ass, even if you don't want to see how hairy your ass is, in the Kennegar Brewery, you know you've got all the shite clean from there.
lovely.
There's no shite left.
Class.
And I was like pulling up my boxers, and I was like, these are really thick boxers, but there's a rip at the back of them.
Can I ask a question? This might be a bit too personal. Don't feel like you have to answer.
Have I ever wanked in a mirror?
No.
Or-
We all know the answer is yes. No. See, in your boxers rip, what part of your boxers rip, or is it different
round
places?
the fucking same, around the same the belt.
the same, like where
The
like the band bit is.
Yeah, where the Calvin meets the Klein. The fucking
Mine would be like where the gooch is.
how hairy's your gooch
I
that it's
don't
like ripping
understand,
through,
yeah.
like
There'll just be like a hole in there. I'm just
thorns,
like,
like Broody and the Beast. The thorns are coming through.
I feel like I might get excited from time to time, and it's just fucking stretching the material. I don't know what happens there. That's a bit weird. Maybe that's oversharing for today's podcast.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, order from Love Pizza now online with a brand new app. Guys, I love pizza, and that's why I don't go anywhere else but Love Pizza.
See, to be honest with you, the only Domino's I'm interested in is the game that I play with my granny. I wouldn't go there from a pizza. I go to Love Pizza because there's pizza and I love it.
Do you know what I used to think? I used to think I just loved pizza and loved curly fries, and then I realised, why not just have the best one? The Love Pizza curly fries, the Love Pizza pepperoni pizza. It's just the best you can get.
Some things change in life, but the quality of Love Pizza never does.
Stays constant.
So check them out. www.lovepizza.com.
Well, yeah, like I'm now kind of worried that like at the start it was one pair of boxers, much like countries default to communism. I'm like, there's one. I'm not that bothered by
Yeah.
it. But then it's the domino effect of the more Chinese I eat, the more fucking boxer shorts I'm ripping.
And then, are you holding on to them until Christmas, or are you just, if they're ripped?
There were 2 pairs where, because obviously my flatmate is a girlfriend that comes and stays just at times. She's do like a week in London
Yeah.
and a week here, and he said, you can't be walking about the house in your boxers. He goes, number one, it's just. I was like, I obviously wouldn't, but he goes, also the fact that your boxers have holes in them is even worse.
Yeah, it is worse.
He's like you need to like so.
If I have socks with there's a guy listening to this on TikTok going, is this the content they're talking about this week?
Yeah. We got called out on TikTok, so we did.
We got called out for being born on TikTok.
Yeah, and I
Which, hey, after the conversation we had for the last 5 minutes, probably not wrong.
yeah. Look, and you know what he said? He said that the video was well edited anyway, so it was.
So there you go. Was it one I made or you made?
It was one you made.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sorry
So,
about that, pal.
that's all right,
Sorry
pal.
about that.
So today we'll talk about something that we played golf.
Yeah, we went and played. I don't know if we actually played golf, but we were on a golf course and swinging clubs.
I want to apologise when I play golf, I do more damage to the environment trying to swing a golf club than fossil fuel.
Yeah.
Like
Big golf on the go.
there were 2 schmicks behind me, and I don't know whether they were laughing, but in my head I could hear them laughing.
There was one of them laughed at one stage, but wasn't that you? It was something that they had seen. I seen you look and give him the daggers, and I was like, "No, Kieran, no."
Like, 'cause
Don't
you know,
kill him.
I'm Mr. Calm all the time, and then someone will say something else. What'd you say?
Yeah. You're the opposite of me. I'll like progressively get annoyed at something where you'll just go 0 to 100, being like, I gotta fucking spark you out.
There's one time I was setting up a gig for you, and you came over to offer to help me out, and I turned around, what are you asking me?
Yeah. I was like, I was gonna go here, Kieran. Do you want me to run the door and like help you out? And you're like, just leave me alone for 5 minutes. And I was just like, hey,
Yeah.
fine by me.
Yeah.
Fine
You
by me.
want to die on your hole? That's okay, pal.
Yeah. You want to fall on the sword? I'll let you fall on the sword. That's gonna be fine. But you did all right, in fairness.
Yeah.
I just thought I'll try and be nice from time to time. Doesn't happen very often. It's not in my nature to do that.
Yeah, there's one time as well, we were chatting, and I think it was again after a no joke gig, and Pete made a comment or something, and I went, I don't have to give you gigs, mate.
I am the one who knocks.
Yeah, I was like, you know what it is? I was like, I'm hungover, I don't need to deal with this shit. And then it's very diva moment, so it is.
Yeah. God love you. God love you.
Yeah. Took some topics for this week. Mainly,
Go ahead.
first off, Pete's at the Fringe right now, so he is. So it's just us. How's your August looking? You seem to be pretty.
Oh, my August is so stupid. As the time of this comes out, I'm gonna have the busiest week of stand up I've ever had. Literally, like, gig on the Monday, BBC basically audition on the Tuesday for that new comedy thing. Wednesday, I'm at a gig. Thursday, Dave Elliott's doing a work in progress in Madden's. That's just gonna be bedlam. And then the weekend, I'm gonna be at like the All Ireland Flaws, Ashton's in the finals of it. So, Joe, when you're not looking forward to anything, but it's everything you want to be. Joe, it's like everything
you're
you wanted.
living your dream. Just be careful what you wish for, kid.
That's what I mean. You're living your dream, but you're just like, I had a bit about this recently where I was saying like, your dream job isn't really your dream job. Dream jobs don't exist.
Well, your dream job is that. My dream job is to get up and play golf every day.
But the hard part of that is like, if you think of golf is amazing, but
I'm being sarcastic.
But let's just say golf was your dream job.
Yeah.
But you'll end up spending a lot of time away from your family. You'll have to probably move to America, which is a fucking disaster. Do all that shit.
Yeah.
There's always like a negative to it. And with stand up, it's like, it's great, but it can be so draining at times.
The main thing I would say is that like getting home at 12:30 and I'm in work the next day and stuff. That's like,
if I didn't have work, I could sleep till like 7 o'clock the next night. Fucking perfect.
At the minute, since I only have a gardening job, like
how's that going?
I haven't done a single shift.
What is the crack of that?
He just hasn't come around. Like,
have you asked him? Is there any shifts going?
I go back to work in 2 weeks. What's the point?
Yes.
Now? It's like, you know what? I've made my money last for the summer. I had a bit of stand-up money come in.
That's fair.
And you know what? If I say I was a full-time stand-up, getting up at like 8:30 and then you get to write during the day and all. That's what I felt like. It's felt like I've got up, I've made a coffee, I've been writing for an hour, I've then been practicing the material in the house and all. And I said, this is a life.
That sounds lovely. I would love to do that, but I have bills to pay and responsibilities.
I have bills to pay.
I'm stupid with my money. That's the problem. I can't save for the life of me. Like,
I gotta pay Klarna debts for shoes and stuff.
You feel the loan sharks.
Yeah.
No. What's your August looking like? You're a busy man.
I'm going on holiday. By the time this is out, I'll have been back from holiday.
Tanned.
Yeah.
Are you getting your haircut for holidays?
My dad says I need my haircut.
Well, no. Don't listen to him. Are you going to get like? Do you know you get like a summer cut, like a wee blonde tips or something in there?
Here's what I'm worried about. It's 42 degrees in the weather, and I'm worried that what I have on my head. I'm not going to take this off because I'll be arrested for paedophilia or something. Is that?
He's got a lot of kids underneath that hat.
Yeah, there's the bodies of 4 families buried underneath this hat. We chopped them up on the way back from the golf course. I'm worried that I'm going to be sweating, like to the point where the sweat's going into my eyes and stuff. Because I went to Granada and it was like 42 degrees or 40 degrees, and I remember like sweat, and then this was going down my forehead, catching on the sun cream and going into my eyes. So I basically saw Granada blind. As like walked about Granada.
With the birds, there's no fucking, there's no sweat coming down over your brow. Like, are you kidding?
They're like the safety net, but eventually like
something has to give.
Yeah. There's only so much that, like, you know, the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah.
So but like it's not going to be a sightseeing holiday. It's going to be drinking, maybe go to a water park, eating plenty of fish, and just reading, relaxing.
How's your Portuguese for speaking to the chicas?
Buenos dias, motherfucker. You like it, comedians?
Nando's, Perry.
Can I tell a story from my last holiday?
Go on ahead.
We were in Spain, and my friends Justin and Sims are two good looking guys, like.
Yep.
And they were chatting to these girls, and I was well on it all day, like. And then we had dinner, and we were in this bar after, and they were chatting, and I apparently was just sitting by myself, like, like just 4 pints in front of me, like. And then they were chatting, and I was kind of like, where are they? And then apparently I walked up to Justin and Sims, put my arm around both of them, and I put air in between them, goes, you like a comedian, to the woman? And apparently they just turned to American girls and were like, they couldn't leave the bar quicker, and I was like, and my mate's Justin Sims still like. Anytime they're like, "Are you seeing anyone at the minute?" And I was like, "No, nothing's really working for me." And they're like,
You disgust
"Have
me.
you not tried that? You like a comedian?" Yeah.
You disgust me. Are you still on dating apps?
No, I deleted them
You
all.
delete them all. I could say you could have stuck that on. You like a comedian?
I had one woman pop up to me and go, "I seen you accidentally get on the stage at Lavery's the other week." I was like, "Accidentally? Okay." And
Class.
My ego took it.
Yeah, thanks very much.
So I deleted it. I could never get past. I could never understand how to work Hinge.
Which one's Hinge? Is the Hinge the one where girls message you first?
No, it's Bumble.
Oh, right.
And I never got anyone message me first. And then I went for a period where I had some decent photos. And
Can you be? This might sound a stupid question. Can you be a lesbian and be on Hinge?
I think so. Yeah.
So what happens in
I think
that
lesbians
situation?
have rights, like so.
No, do you know what I mean? If the woman has to message first, who goes first? They're both women.
That's a good question. What's Bumble for the start? Well, I don't like some of my friends. Like my friend Andy's met his partner on Bumble.
Yeah, he met his girl on Bumble.
Yeah. She matched. She probably looked at him and thought, "Is that the guy from Succession?" And
Do you remember the wedding that I did? A gig I did.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, how'd you meet?" And he goes, "We met in Plenty of Fish." And I was like, "Oh fuck, you're old."
that's
Plenty of Fish is like when people had like MSN, is it not?
yeah. Like, Plenty of Fish is a girl I worked with in House of Fraser. Kept getting made fake profiles of her and put on Plenty of Fish.
Was she worthy of a fake profile?
So then guys would message her Facebook being like, "We've just messaged." Oh, she was definitely worthy of it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
You were running to the accounts.
Like you know. Yeah, you know how I knew that this her boyfriend would come in and for the last hour of her shift just hang around her till. And
Right,
just
okay.
and then he would just do laps of the floor waiting for the finish to give her a lift. I'm sure he was just like,
Or he's just chopping at the bit. like,
yeah, hun.
Get you out of here.
Because then we were trying to not flirt with her, but chatting away at her for ages. And then I was like, "Have you seen this here?" And I kept flicking a coin up in the air and catching it. And then Pete Fullerton, my best mate, walked past and went like, "Are you fucking serious? Is that your way of flirting?" Or you get the clothes tags, you take them out of the
Yeah,
clothes.
yeah.
If you spin them around, they spin for ages. And I would like walk up to him and be like, "Have you ever seen Inception?" And then spin it for ages and be like, "See, it's like the thing from Inception."
And she just immediately dropped everything and got with you right there and then, yeah.
No, then I made 2 Plenty of Fish accounts.
Yeah.
No, but she would be like, then she would message and she'd come into work and be like, guys are finding my own Facebook profile and messaging me saying, "I seen you on Plenty of Fish. Why haven't you texted me back yet?"
Okay.
Yeah, which is really weird.
Do you know what I find weird? And I suppose maybe because you're a single comedian, it comes in. There's a lot of people invested into what your love life is like.
Yeah, a lot of people
Do you
are.
think that's weird?
A lot
No
of
one
like-
gives a fuck about mine. No one cares. I'm just out of the way.
Like, I mean, I finally admitted to Justin Freeburn that it was him who said that it was the comedian that when I first started. He goes, "You well, man, do you get plenty of pussy doing this shit?" I was like, "What?"
Hey, I'm very sure anyone that watches this and's on the Northern Ireland comedy scene knew exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah. He was like, do you get plenty of pussy, man, doing this?" I'm like, "Aye, Justin, I'm coming off stage in Chicken Box in Derry and they're ripping the clothes off me."
That's why Pete called the show That's Plenty. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's it. I'm getting too much. No, I'm off. Don't use dating apps. Don't use any of
Why
that
are
shit.
people? Why do you think people are so interested in it?
I think probably it's the.
Do you think that's like a scoping you out kind of thing? Are you on the market at the minute? Set you up with my mates?
Well, me and you were driving back from a gig in Kildare, and a person messaged saying, "Oh, how's it going? Really enjoyed your podcast." And I went, "Oh, thanks very much." And I went, "Oh, you're into movies?" And I went, "Yeah, I love films." And then the next message was like, "Do you want a buck?"
Yeah.
It's like, "No, I'm all right."
See, as a fella in relation, I love that shit. I love seeing the insides of like a DM situation like that. That's insane.
We were driving by, and I was like, "Oh, this person's sending me quite nice messages."
Yeah.
And then the next message was just that, and I went, "I'm not going to respond to this."
Well, have you went to see Barbie or Oppenheimer yet? Anyway, do you want to suck me?
Yeah. Anyway, here, do you want to come around and ride me? I was like, "No, I'm okay."
And why not?
Yeah, because I'm
only joking. Don't explain yourself to me.
Yeah. Because I just sometimes I like my bed, so I do.
Yeah.
I only love my bed and my mom. I'm sorry. But
That's us cancelled. He's not allowed to sing Drake on YouTube.
are you not?
There's no Drake songs on YouTube.
Why has he got beef with him or what?
No, he's like signed all his rights to like some exclusive sponsorship thing.
He's a fucking mad bastard himself, isn't he?
Have you seen that girl that's been doing podcasts and she's had like him on, Mark Cuban? She like sits in like a bed and does a podcast. No,
Drake definitely banged her after.
well, I mean, he was laying it on Factor 50. Like,
Yeah,
he was,
Factor, yeah.
he was laying it on thick. Like, but she's just like a normal looking. I don't know if she's a stand up or whatever she does.
Here's a question.
Go.
Drake calls at your house. What was the first thing you do to him? Because Rob always asks me, it's like, he would just give me a random celebrity. So Rob was like, "Donald Trump calls at our front door. What are you doing to him?" And I said, if Trump called, I'd probably go for a cheeseburger with him or
I
something.
let him in. Yeah, I'd 100% let him in.
I'd go for a cheese. He loved cheeseburgers and Diet Coke, so I'd say to him, "Do you want to go to the golf club for
I
a
think I'm one of
cheeseburger?"
those. So who would give him a Drake?
Drake's calling at your front door.
See, I'm normally a cup of tea guy. That would be my thing.
But he
Come in
wouldn't
for
want- he wouldn't want a cup of tea.
I don't know. What would Drake be into?
Would you have him around your girlfriend?
I wouldn't leave him alone with my girlfriend.
Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, I'd let him. Yeah, what would we go do? Don't know what to do with. We'll go to the Pav on Monday night. We go up
Oh, yeah, you
go
take him to the Pav, yeah.
We'll come down to Madden's on a Tuesday.
Would you let, here's a question, would you let Drake into the comedians bit of the Pav, or would you make him sit in the audience?
Ah, no, take him back.
You take
There's
him back?
something. There's
Yeah.
something baller about bringing someone back to a green room.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I think Drake as well would be the kind of guy that, like, after every act came off, he would shake your hand and be like, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Drake would shake every act's hand and be like, that was amazing.
Yeah.
And he's the kind of guy that he would take a line from their set
Uh-huh.
and be like, I really like that bit. I really
Yeah,
like when you
yeah,
said that
yeah.
you were putting down the patriarchy. Like,
It's the worst black man impression you've done in this podcast.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Drake doesn't sound like a black man.
Well, he is one. So
Yeah, I do love Drake. He's my guilty pleasure artist.
What's wrong? What's guilty about Drake? Is Drake cringe?
In
Drake's
my,
the kind of guy I'd like. Maybe that's the problem.
in my friend group, we were like playing again. This was on holiday, and one of the boys has a temper when he's had a drink, and he was like, "Would you put on someone that isn't Drake?" And I was like, "You've already asked me." I said no, and he went, "Well, you're a fucking cunt." I was like, "Okay."
Well, who do you want to listen to?
Yeah. Kendrick Lamar, which is just
It's the same shit. Like,
same shit, different week.
Same shit. Fucking different story.
Like I'm this is quite weird for, like, I remember when we were in my mates came to see me when I lived in Spain, and this, like, one of my I really fancied someone at the time, and one of my best friends, she was like, do you want to come to the shop with me to get cigarettes? To one of my best friends.
Okay.
And me being a fucking, like you say, would you leave Drake alone? I went, I'll come with you, and went to the shop with him, and then afterwards the two of them went out for a smoke. I don't smoke, and I was like, I'll come out with you.
Did you smoke?
I took a cigarette and we, like, smoked it. We were in my lungs just to be like, and then he, like, a full 6 months passed, and then me and him were out. And he goes, "Did you think I was trying to look in?" And I was like, "You definitely were."
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm not
What do
paranoid.
you mean, think?
Yeah. I was like, you were laying it on factor 30 at least.
Factor, yeah.
Like, I knew.
Well, you got a P20 on there.
Yeah, I know what your game is, pal.
Yeah.
So yeah, even though he's my best mate, we're like that. I'm like, you would snake me.
I
I'm
remember
not paranoid.
We went on like a lads' holiday to Santa Ponza whenever I just left school, and I remember, like, the boys were so socially awkward, and I was quite, like, I was the least socially awkward out of everyone, so they'd make me go up to the group of girls or like a big table of people and introduce myself.
Yeah.
And then I'd have to turn around to, like, your man or David and, like, give them, like, a thumbs up and, like, right, come on
Let's
over
get
now.
over it, yeah.
The game's on.
Were you with Ashley at this stage? Or?
I was the last at this stage, so I was literally there's like definitely a war
The
reference.
gatekeeper? Or
No, I was like the scout. I would
Yeah.
just go out, see what's happening. Well, where he's from, Dublin, no bar, and then figure it all out, and then be like, the boys, right, 2 years come over. That's enough for now.
Yeah.
Let's trip free them. We don't want to send all 10 of
Do you
over
have
at
a
once.
clicker like a bouncer? Be like,
Yeah.
right, 2 more in, 2 out.
I go and we had hand. I was like scratch the back of my head with like a 2 on the back. I'm like, nope, now 3,
Yeah,
come on
2
over.
more. Let's go. Not you. You're fucking weird.
Yeah, I'm a class wingman. I'll say that much.
Do you have a friend who you would like? You would never, like, if he's like, "Oh, do you want to approach this group?" You'd never approach it with him because he's just a crate.
Oh, don't know. I don't know. I don't have any like close friends like that, but I definitely have people I'm acquaintances with. If they go, here, he's coming out with such, I'd be like, no.
I brought a guy I used to live with in uni to a house party, and there were these 2 identical twins, and they went, "Can you tell the difference between us?" And he went, "Yous are both beautiful." And I went, "Oh, bro, hit the showers. You've batted out like you're fucking."
He's been subbed on in the 60th minute and subbed back off in the 65th.
Yeah. He just doesn't understand the formation of the team here, and I got there. And like, this is a guy that I used to live with him, and I remember this is a fucking mad story. I went to him, like, we had the smoke alarm stopped working, and I went, right, I'll go into his room and see if he has a screwdriver.
Yeah.
Because he'd done like a design course, and I opened his drawers. I shouldn't have done. Shouldn't have gone into the fella's room. Opened his drawers, and there was a flashlight in it with a paper cutout of a girl he fancied, sellotaped to the flashlight. And then, like, I could hear him coming in, and you know when, like, it's like a
What?
horror film where like you can hear the person coming in,
Yeah.
and I was like shutting the thing, be like, "Ugh."
Fucking hell.
Yeah, and I've never brought it up. And if he maybe listens to this now, he'll know that I found your flashlight, bro.
Hey, I'm all for flashlights. I don't mind if someone has a flashlight, but don't be sellotaping some girl's face on it.
How do you clean them? Like, do you get the scrubber and stuff? 'Cause surely,
Stick it in the dishwasher, no?
yeah, is it like a one and done thing, a flashlight?
I don't know. I'm surely not. Surely you can use it a couple of times.
Yeah, 'cause
I can hand on heart say I've never actually used one.
I've never, so that was very unconvincing, but I've never used one.
The more you say you haven't used one, the less.
I remember looking up the price of them, and I was like, why the fuck can anyone buy one of
How
these?
much would a flashlight cost?
They're like fucking 70 quid.
And that's
80
for
quid.
the small.
That's for all right, big dog.
I gotta look it up actually.
.com.
This week's episode of RE Podcast is proudly sponsored by Prize Royale. They are a competition website. They've given away over £1 million in prizes so far. They've had over 1,000 winners and they've 20,000 followers on their social media. Basically what you do is you go to prizeroyale.com, you set yourself up with an account. It's absolutely free to do. And then once you have an account, you can buy as many tickets to their amazing competition giveaways. And they will send you an email and you can watch the draw for the competitions happen live, or you can check it later on their social media. Give Prize Royale a wee look, guys.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Joel, I love it. See if you don't win, you're not out of it, lads.
You're not out of it.
Multiple prizes per
Multiple.
entry. So
You have to be in it to win it.
You have to. No ticket, no tote. Get yourselves a few tickets on prizeroyale.com.
I entered one of their biggest website the other day. £1.59. Sure, fuck
For a
me.
ticket?
For a ticket.
Unbelievable.
Get on it, guys.
Cash prizes, holidays, Pokemon cards, something for everyone. Prize
What's
Royale.
a flashlight?
How much do you think a flashlight costs? The wheels have really come off without Pete here.
Yeah, but
Flashlight. We'll get them on Amazon. Amazon will be in.
Amazon, yeah. Where are you getting? What's
Oh, holy Moses!
What's a flashlight?
These ones look like full on.
Like they're the
Plus?
ones. Yeah, they're the ones. They probably like they've got a tractor engine in them or something. So it's like they turn on and like milk you.
21 quid.
21 quid.
Yeah. Do you want me to order? Do you want me to order?
Yeah.
The ones that actually look like dudes are freaking me out.
Can you like specialize the dude you want? Like if you
Like
want
this one's like
a black dude, or if you want
that's so graphic.
that's insane. Like,
Like that you don't want it.
let me see it.
You don't want it to look like
For research
for
purposes?
research purposes.
Uh,
You don't want it to look like that, do you?
I want that one there that looks like a Calippo. Like that one there just looks like an ice lolly. You
I like
pump
that
out
one that looks like an ice cream with a wee hole in the top.
£70, but
This one, do you know what this one looks like? This
A
one
torch?
looks well, it's a torch, but it looks like an ice cream and someone's taking the flake out of it. That's what the hole looks like.
it looks like the ISR on from Lord of the Rings.
This one here has like flames on the inside. I don't know what it's doing. It's got like flames and fire on the
It's
inside.
gonna
of it.
burn your dick, boy. 99 charge. Oh, that like 9 sucking motions, 9 vibrating motions. I just like
Incredible.
go. Is that £250?
No, $25.99.
That one there looks like a twister lolly.
That looks like a doorstop. Right, these are freaking me out.
So
I have a shared Amazon account. I need to delete these.
yeah, Jesus.
Flashlight. Don't think I would go for one.
I'd have to be like end of the
21
world.
quids. You've changed your tune here a wee second. So you have.
The thing is, see, during lockdown, it was lonely times. No, I'm not.
What did you say earlier? I'm not lonely. I'm just alone.
I'm not. Yeah. we were golfing, and you were like, "Are you alright being single?" And I was like, "I'm not lonely. I'm alright. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely or something." Yeah.
It's like, what would you say to Drake if you went golfing with him? That.
Yeah.
Take that for free, pal. Take that for free.
Will we get into some questions? We
I
got
think
some
we should,
decent
yeah,
ones. I straight onto our Instagram here. We've got some decent questions. Oh, first one is from my brother Thomas, who asks, "Out of you three, who's the grumpiest?" Will we speak for Pete and just say Pete?
Paid, yeah.
Yeah. I think who complains the most out of us is probably the grumpiest.
I'm quite like blunt, but I don't think I'm grumpy or complaining.
Yeah. I think
Who complains the most? Pete?
I'd say Pete. You know what? He's not here to defend
He's
himself.
not here to
like,
defend
yeah,
himself. I don't think you complain that much. And you're not that grumpy. You can lose the head, but you won't be grumpy.
Yeah, I can lose my temper at times, and sometimes I can be
Pete's
quite.
not even grumpy either.
Yeah.
None of the three of us are. But just he's the most.
There's times where we've said a slag, and I'm like, right, that's actually a bit harsh. But I don't think it's ever been like grumpy. And then like there's times where one of us said a slagging, and then it's sort of raised the bar that we can continue to slag at that brutal level.
Yeah, you need to test where you can get what you can get away with at times.
Yeah.
So
Like sometimes when I've had a drink, I'll put in a pretty brutal slagging. But if it goes with it, yeah, you sent me something on Monday, and I replied, but go chase a fiver. I was in the bath.
suck my dick.
Yeah. So, what's the next question? Is another one? Jesus. This question's too close to the other one. It's who's the laziest out of you?
Who's the laziest? It's definitely not me.
I think because I try to write.
It's a tight run thing between you and Pete.
You know what it is? Work wise, if comedy, I'm not the
You
laziest.
having a day's work in
but
you,
I haven't
son.
got a day's work in me. Like I walked out of Greg's mid shift. I walked out of the Lansdowne mid shift.
Pete works a 9 to 5. Like based on the hours worked every week. Yeah, gonna say you, Kieran.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Talal asks, which celebrity death, pedo charge, or cancellation has hurt you the most?
Oh, what a question. What's hurt me the most? Michael Jackson. I was raging when Michael Jackson was a fucking has it ever been proven? There's a documentary and stuff like that, but
What he's asking about is to spread their holes.
yeah.
I think it's fairly documented.
Did he say it died or
Died, cancelled, or found out to be a pedo.
yeah, Michael Jackson was pretty damaging, like, because I had all the songs. It was the only songs this is what happened to me. I had all of just Michael Jackson songs on my BlackBerry. He came out as an aunt. I deleted them all off and I had no music for like years.
I think Kanye West is a bad one for myself, like, because I also hate you. No, because like, because
It's finally good to see someone speaking up on behalf of us small guys.
it's just kind of like, because all his albums still slap, and I'm kind of just watching this guy,
Yeah.
being like, "What are you doing, bro? You're the best musician."
Yeah.
And Norm Macdonald, if it's a celebrity death that I feel has affected me most, would be that. But I feel like as well, there's never been a celebrity death yet where I've like got upset, like where you see people actually outside crying at like, you know, the where they give the best speech or whatever.
I'm trying to think. Osama bin Laden was pretty shocking, like.
Yeah, I was raging, like I was. Like,
I didn't feel safe walking home when Osama bin Laden died, even though I was never a threat.
I thought he had 5 more years of hiding in him.
That's what
so
I
he
meant.
did,
It's just sort of like, come on, he was out of the way.
I'll never forget when he died. Everyone was tweeting in my school. Like, so I was like second year, who's going to be the new leader of Al Qaeda, and then they were all just tagging the one Muslim guy in our school, and I was like, that's so brutal. Like,
That's
the
horrendous,
free
like.
fella, he wasn't even Muslim. He was a quarter Indian.
I loved how Talal was on the other week and he was like, I never really experienced any of that sort of racism growing up in Tyrone as like the only sort of Muslim or not. And then 5 minutes later he was like, yeah, they used to all call me topsoil because that was the colour of my skin.
The boy in
That's what
this,
he numbed it.
the boy in this school, his name was Daniel Curran, and everyone called him Daniel Quran.
That's good, like.
Yeah, that is
is
good. Yeah.
That's a good line.
Yeah, that's a good line. Yeah. Shout out. What are you looking at? Say it in French. What's the biggest cancellation? Nathan Smith. That hit me hard.
I'm editing that out. His name does not get mentioned in this podcast.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's bound to be more.
Lizzo's is the big one at the minute, but like
How many nonces are there? Like, do you know what I mean? They're all nonces these days.
it gets to a stage like, well, what stage of fame do I get where someone's going to be like, here, come here in this room here. And I go, do you want to fuck this kid? Like, do you want to? Do you want to, like? And I'm kind of like, what? And like you're that level of famous now where you can fuck this kid here.
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, it's not for me, mate. Like, do you want to get
Somebody give me
Chinese
something
instead?
else in here.
Yeah,
Somebody
yeah.
give me a big dirty milk.
Can you get me like a 40-year-old who goes to the gym and
Well, look after me, like.
yeah, and has a poor relationship with one son.
Never been married but has 3 kids. One of those,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
just something standard, like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, can you get like a divorced 60-year-old then?
It just keeps getting
She's
older.
reliving her youth. He'd be like, no, do you want to?
So obviously we have a legal age for, like, is it 18's the legal age? Do you think there should be a legal age for how old someone should be?
So what? Like if you walked in and you were like, listen,
Like, if we found out
if you walked in and you went Drake's got with Ashland, so now
why'd you have to take it there?
so now I'm dating Charmaine and she's 75.
Right.
Would you think I would have to be happy for you?
No.
Like you would be okay with me voicing, going, Sean, come here, bringing you into the class, going, do you want to fuck this kid? Also, also, like you can't be going with Charmaine. She's fucking bad.
Like, I think if you're fucking someone over 80 years of age and you're not 50 yet, that should be punishable. That should be
By death.
That should be illegal. Like
It's kind of thing where
you should be doing the Philip Schofield. Do you want me to die? In the Lost Maze interview, like,
I just couldn't do it. They bring me in and be like, you know, do you want? She smells like fucking chippy. She smells like the Royal Mail, and
she just is damp. She's just
Yeah.
damp, like
she remembers the Blitz. I'm like, do you want me to keep my fake teeth in, alright? I'm like,
stop.
so I know.
Stop.
There needs to be a cutoff point. 75.
75. Some good looking 76-year-olds out there, like, so.
75, feeling alive. No, that's where one draws the line. So it is.
Sorry, that was a grown question. Apart from that, don't think anyone else. Do you know who actually springs to mind? Fabrice Mwamba.
Would you like to fuck him?
No, he died.
Yeah, it was at a Tottenham game.
He died at a Tottenham game.
Yeah, against Bolton Wanderers.
Yeah, but shit like Adam, like, that's
The game got cancelled. I was raging.
That's it. Right, Joe, he's like, has impacted me. what I mean by it's impacting me is I go, oh, and I continue on my day.
Well, that's like every celebrity death. I'm like, oh fuck.
Oh, who was it recently? Meatloaf. People, I remember working with people and they're like, oh, I'm so sad Meatloaf's died. I'm like,
Sinead O'Connor's another one.
Sinead O'Connor's died.
Sinead
Yeah.
O'Connor was the punching bag for so many jokes, and then as soon as she died, everyone was,
Episode of the podcast is sponsored by Monte Carlo Chippy, Lurgan, Belfast, delivered straight to your door. Why not get a delicious chippy from the number one guys that do it best than anybody else?
chips with gravy, chips with curry, chips and a chicken burger, whatever you like.
Monte Carlo moved into Lurgan quite recently. I don't think I've ever been more passionate about something in my life. Weekly, I'm there, I'm dipping stuff, I'm biting stuff, I'm putting salt and vinegar on everything, and I'm loving life. I've never been happier.
Get it on a Monday, Sunday, lunchtime, evening, whatever you fancy. Make the right choice. Get a Monte Carlo delivered straight to the gas.
Like, oh my god.
I'm gonna be honest,
Yeah.
didn't know who Sinead O'Connor was.
Fantastic singer.
I've went back, rewatched her work, or McGregor walkout and all, class. But
No, it is.
don't
I
know-
sound like a hypocrite. I'm saying fantastic singer. I know one of her songs.
You know what? Yeah, that's what I mean. I
Yeah.
don't know much about her, but yes.
And yeah, fair enough. R.I.P. wherever you are.
Yes.
Richard Hammond, his death affected me.
Richard Hammond's still alive.
Is he? Is
Yes.
he really? Like, he was in that car crash, and then he fucking.
He's just never been the same.
No, like some. Have you heard some of the shit comes out of his mouth? Like he must
Richard Hammond's quite
he must
civil,
be
though.
having. He must be having a brain damage or something.
Hey, you want to talk about someone who might be next to be on the pedo list?
Who, me?
Richard. No,
Oh,
Richard
fuck,
Hammond.
if you're gonna slag me, Richard, I don't think he would be a pedo.
He does like children's TV and all.
Next to be on the pedo list out of celebrities, who would you say?
Oh, that's a good question.
There's always the rumored guys, but
Yeah. Mainstream celebrity, because there's so many like wee celebrities that are probably not doing good work.
being honest, Stephen Mulhern.
Mulhern.
Like you're not into magic and you're not into fucking.
Anton Dack's not a bad shout.
Dak is a pedo uncle, but I feel like that maybe scared him off.
Getting caught.
Yeah. I feel like he's like, I know what it is. I can hold the urges back.
Simon Cowell.
That's not a bad shout, actually. That's not. You know
Simon
what it is?
Cowell, and I'm gonna do an X Factor double here. Louis Walsh.
They're both into fucking kids. It's.
I could see it.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's why they're like this.
That is a good one. Yeah.
Mm.
Like who definitely isn't a pedo, celebrity wise.
But that's a better question from Talal's. Who would break your heart to
If you found out, I found out there. Shawn Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
John Cena.
John Cena. Yeah, John Cena.
Imagine.
No, John Cena because he does all the Make-A-Wish stuff.
That's what I mean. John Cena would be the worst
Yeah.
outed paedophile ever.
I would be devastated. There'd be so many films I couldn't watch anymore. Fast and Furious 8, I could never watch again. Fast and Furious
It's
10.
all wrestlers with The Rock. If The Rock was a pedo, I'd be pretty upset about it.
The Rock's starting to annoy me.
He annoys me, but like, he does a lot of work with kids. Like,
Yeah, I feel like if Kanye West pedo, I'd be like, that makes a lot of sense, but it would also break my heart.
Arsene Wenger, that would ruin me.
I'm gonna say a player here that, but the
You still play?
Yeah, it's just the way they sound. Harry Kane. All right, we're man. How are you doing?
You'd be devastated if he was a pedo.
Brendan Rodgers would be devastated.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Martin O'Neill.
yeah, I'd be devastated. Roy Keane devastated.
Yeah.
We're just going through men who have
People-
good
people we
families
like.
and lives here.
Yeah.
We'll move on to our
Do you know who'd
question.
be delighted?
Who?
Taylor Swift.
Just pedo. I tell you, I'd be like Danny Murphy or what do you call him? Martin Keown. He's a lot of brain damage.
Or Jake Humphries.
I actually like Jake Humphries. I think he's all right. But Martin Keown is the one that I can't deal with. Who's the other fella? No, Lee Dixon. Pedo.
Yeah. Oh, if flipping thing came out, what do you call him? Ian Wright. That would be horrible. That's a proper heartbreaker.
Ian
like-
Wright, Alan Shearer, Micah Richards,
Yeah.
Gary Lineker. All
I thought you
four
were going to say
lads.
Gary Neville. Fuck him. Gary Neville can go.
Okay.
He can be a veto. That's a great. I like that question
Yeah,
more.
Talal, we've reworked your question
Yeah.
to suit us.
Yeah.
Okay, next question.
By the way, this is a comedy podcast. We hope there is no pedos in the world.
Do you have a favourite teacher in school? George Robinson.
That's a very wholesome George Robinson kind of question. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
normally it's Israel or Palestine. This, you know who I would say? Shamey Mack. I'm not going to say his full name, but he was known in school as Shamey Mack. And I always see him in the gym, and he doesn't acknowledge me. He taught me history. And I feel like going up to him and saying, you might be done with the past, but the past isn't done with you.
That was horrendous.
And then, Shamey Mack, you taught me how to spot fascism in society growing.
Yeah.
Let me spot you on the bench.
Just hold on his neck.
Yeah.
You bastard. You give me a C, you fucking. During the Holocaust paper.
He doesn't fucking acknowledge me in the gym because he's also a Spurs fan as well, and I kind of want to be like, I really liked you as a teacher.
Well, whenever I left school, so I went to grammar school. Whenever I left in lower sixth, I left after I got them results because fucking Pampers couldn't pull up them grades. Like I swear to God, they were horrendous. And I remember I left school and not one teacher, not one person phoned to see where I was.
Serious?
Just let me go. Like I literally left one summer, didn't go back. Didn't tell anyone I wasn't going back. Nothing.
You left lower sixth, but yeah.
Yeah, I took the high road. You know what I mean? I was like, you know what it is, lads? Not for me.
You're taking the scenic route to uni.
Yeah.
I left in so I got a job and my mum and dad, I just stopped going into school. It was around Christmas at lower sixth. My mum and dad got called into the school and they're like, we don't know where Kieran is. And my mum and dad were like, fuck, is he fucking drug dealing or is he on gear or is he up? They wouldn't know where he is. And then they approached me about it and like, what are you doing? And I was like, working as an elf in Santa's Grotto in Castle Court.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, and they were like, is that it? And I went, yeah, it was just, I got a job, didn't like school anymore. And then they were like, so that's what you've been doing? I went, yeah.
What?
Yeah, and then I got a wee job as that, and then I got a job at House Fraser.
So you left lower sixth as well?
Yeah, and I just left.
Did you do your first set of exams? No.
I done them, and then my mum booked a fucking table, and we went out for lunch, and I opened my exams, and I had a C and 2 E's, and I was like, yo, we don't have to go back.
I got a C, a D, and a E, and I was like, these are fucking horrendous. I actually got one of the papers didn't sit. What was that? Economics.
Yeah.
Didn't sit the economics.
I got a couple of E's, and then went down and got my grades.
Vintage Franco joke out.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ. We've had a good run.
Yeah. So, and then I went to tech where I studied film for 2 years.
Favorite teacher? Who was my favorite teacher? I liked all my like tech teachers. I did like BTECs and stuff. They were all sound as fuck. Like they were just proper. Like you don't come in, I don't care.
Yeah.
They didn't care whatsoever. Like, but I liked that more. It made me go, oh shit, I'm gonna fail if I don't do it.
Yeah. No, they kind of put the pressure on you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Do you remember Nordy Shore?
I do.
There was a character Cookie on it, and we done our GCSE drama in 1 year after school. I really wanted to do it, so I just went to after school classes to get it, and it was run as a GCSE after school. And this one of the classroom assistants started helping out, but she was best mates with Cookie from Nordy Shore, who's obviously, I don't know her real name, but she brought her into the school one day to like help us and watch us performing on, and we had the crack and all, and we were thinking, this is like a proper celebrity coming into school.
Nice.
And I was like bigging it up and all, and that GCSE drama teacher got me. That was legend. But then she messaged me saying, I always knew you were destined for the stage when I started doing stand-up. And I was blocked and replied some flirty message, and then she never replied after.
I remember we had a geography teacher, Miss Simpson, and like she was she was lovely, but she had her turns where she'd go mental.
Yeah.
Proper. I think she might have been bipolar potentially. And there was one of the days she asked us to draw a map of Ireland, and obviously everyone had drawn and just traced it out whatnot and came in, and she went mental. One boy had only drawn Northern Ireland, right?
Oh, did it? Oh, fuck.
And she went fucking ballistic, and nobody else had coloured in the rest of the map. Now she was getting very upset about this, but this speaks volumes about how, you know, how important a geography teacher is in a school. Do you know what I mean? When they're cracking up, they're like, she's like, you didn't colour in the country. And then she just turned to the last, she goes, you didn't even draw the entire country. And he's like, well, that's debatable. And she goes, it's not debatable in this class, son.
Yeah.
It's just like, whoa, holy fuck.
It is, because some schools are like proper Republican and loyalist and stuff. And it's,
I went to Christian Brothers School, like.
Yeah.
So.
Who's the worst teacher then in your school?
So many. Jesus Christ, how do you pick one? We had a form teacher called Mr. Smith, and he was a drama teacher.
Yeah.
He was a cunt. Like, actually, I would actually say one of my Irish teachers were.
Yeah.
Again, pretty Republican school. I remember I said, like, name like Sean McLevy, probably look at me, you go, Sean loves Irish, he's terrible at it. I love Spanish, and I said, and he goes, oh, I'm going to pick Spanish. I just looked me dead in the eyes, he goes, you're letting down your country.
See, that's fucking gamped out.
I was just like, get a life.
Yeah.
Like, fuck off.
No, that's it. Like,
he was the kind of Irish teacher that would like come in and be like, what's your name? And they'd be like, Michael. And he goes, you're Mihal now.
Yeah, that's it.
And you're like, oh, bro, take a day off. Like, come on.
I do remember when one boy in uni got called the lecturer. His name was Sean, and he spelled it S-E fada A-N, and then the lecturer spelled it S-H-A-U-N. He was, how dare you call me by my slave name?
That's class. I had a lecturer at uni, and the best thing he did was, his name was Greg. He was like a Gaelic referee. He took us for accounts, and as soon as he walked into the lecture hall, he'd be like, right folks, let's try to get this wrapped up to get away home here.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're the goat. It was meant to be a 3-hour lecture. You do like an hour and a half. I'm like, right, let's go.
Oh, we'd have fucking a lecturer in uni. He was a Mexican boy, and he was such a cunt. And my mate Sean, the other fella, went in, and I'm pretty sure he recorded the conversation with him all just in case he was a cunt to him, so he could like play it back to him and stuff.
Fucking hell.
Like he said, he was winking at him, and on the way out, Sean was like, "They'd be like, fuck you cunt and all."
Fuck.
But
He just slides a piece of paper over. I'm wearing a wire.
yeah, that's it, yeah.
Don't say anything.
One of my best mates in school. I also, my mates, they went to a different school. They went to a posher school than I did, and one of my best mates, he got caught with weed or whatever, and basically the school brought him in and said, "We're gonna send you, like we're gonna expel you unless you give us the names of the guys above who were selling the weed."
Fuck.
And he went state's witness. He ratted. And I got told this, and I've never been able to get this out of my head, and I still slag about it. I'm like, he shuts the conversation down when you bring it up, because it kind of got him ostracized in school, because everyone knew he was a rat. Like, I always say, like, you wore a wire, like you sang like a canary, like you went full state's witness and ratted like all. I think quite a few guys got expelled from it because he went full witness protection.
Hell.
To protect his
You
own
know
ass.
what? I would have done the same.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
But like the way my mates tell the story to me, they were like, yeah, like, it was either he would be expelled or he had to bring down the whole house of cards. So
they're all on the inside, but he's out living a free man's life.
Yeah, like two of them boys were expelled and all, and then like apparently like the two boys who were expelled, this is in third year, and after he wore they were a couple of years above him, and then after he wore the wire and got them kicked out, he was like at a house party, and they heard that he was at the house party, and he like left the house party, got a bus and went home because he was he's still that scared of the situation. Like,
I would still be scared. Fuck that.
I mean, you're a rat, so
yeah.
Eventually one day he'll be walking down the street and they'll get him.
It'll get caught up with you. How long have we done here? 43 minutes. Have we any more questions?
Yeah, one more. From Aidan Rafferty, who would win the fight between me and you?
Obviously me.
I don't know. You've seen the fury of when you know what it is? Oh, what's his name? Peter. Hang on, let me look. Peter. I'd be like, have you ever seen the first guy to fight Mike Tyson after he gets out of jail?
Yes.
And he just goes all out in the first round, and then Mike Tyson batters him. I think that's what me and you'd be like.
You think I'm Mike Tyson in that situation?
Yeah. I think I'd go all out, fucking Peter O'Neilly, and then like Fist of Fury, like, and you'd be able to just stand back and watch me gas out.
Makes me realise about that question. I have no interest in fighting anybody.
Yeah.
I'm a lover, not a hater.
Darren Matthews was one and done.
Yeah, one and done, and I let him win that day.
Yeah.
Well, it's well documented. There's
yeah, okay.
I don't have to keep telling myself.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Anything else you want to talk about before we go? We've probably got about 5 minutes, so we'll talk about something.
Let's talk about it. I think we're supposed to any gigs to promote as well.
Any gigs to promote? Just Madden's. Last week was insanity.
Yeah.
There's people sitting on the windowsill. It was absolutely packed.
But that's what we want it to be. We want you to come in. We want it to be like a can of sardines.
Yeah.
We want it to be, like the point where people are getting crushed against the windows. Like that's what we want.
Margaret Thatcher do a cover up.
Yeah. Like that's the kind of job. Like where the Sun will have to apologise for how they report on Madden's in 20 years. So I want every
Chief
week.
Of police gone. We want all these fuckers.
All the barmen of Madden's gone. I heard that Sean McAlevey was going through the people's pockets and pissing on the other acts.
It was class. It was absolutely rammed. You were MCing, did a great job. I had a good lot of fun as well, and there was actually a wee couple there from out my neck of the woods in Uri downed in as well, so it was a good time. It was nice, and everyone that's been like getting up to do the stage time has been class.
Yeah, not a bad egg.
I haven't actually seen anyone that's gone more than once and like hasn't gotten better, so it's been good.
And again, we've got next week, David. Well, by the time this comes out, it'll be over.
Comes out, you have missed it. Yeah. You might by the night this comes out actually. We're doing a live recording. It's going to be put on YouTube, a 3-part series. So just keep your eyes peeled for that. It'll be coming to a YouTube channel near you soon. We've got a very stacked lineup for that to display the best of the open mic scene, I think, in Northern Ireland, which is a fun wee project. Don't know why I give myself another fucking stupid thing to run, but here we go.
Because of love of the game, pal.
Love of the game.
You love the game.
Someone said to me recently,
obsession beats talent every time.
Well,
pal.
I have been called Eddie HD 3 times in the last probably 3 weeks.
It beats the autistic allegations I'm getting out with every day.
You know what? It definitely does. Yes.
One of my best mates is like, should we put an autism compilation of Kieran? Like we could get videos and I could send that to a therapist and we would know the results back in 48 hours whether he's autistic. I'm like, guys, I'm in this fucking group chat. Like I'm reading this.
You guys, I'm right here.
I know that I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm definitely not, aren't I, Sean?
Aye, we'll take the test and see what happens. No, you're definitely
I'm not doing the test. I'm not doing the test.
Don't make me do the test.
I don't need to do what do you call it? I don't need to do a liar test because I know I'm a truther.
Yeah, I actually did like it wasn't an ADHD test. It was like a woman on TikTok, and she was, here's 10 questions I asked my clients to find out if they're ADHD, and I like only 3 of them. I was like, yeah, I do that. So definitely on ADHD.
Probably the test.
Thanks for your concerns. The people said make gigs. Thank you.
You just love it.
Just love it. Just love the game. Love the game.
Well, I'm proud to announce that Yo Magazines presents No Joke. We'll be back
This was a loaded question.
on the
Have you anything to
14th.
promote, Sean? Yo Magazine.
On
back.
the 14th of September. I'm proud to announce that our headliner is none other for the first birthday, by the way, the first birthday. We've been doing it a year.
Is it going to be cake?
I don't know, you bringing that ass yours, babe?
Cancelled. Maybe you are autistic.
Is with none other than William Thompson, our very first ever headliner, is back for the year anniversary. Buzzing to have him there. He's fresh from Edinburgh as well, so to see a comedian on the back of just doing a month of Edinburgh, he'll be sharp, it'll be lethal. I'm very excited for it.
I'm so
And that's Sean showing his excitement for No
Sorry.
Joke there as well. Bit of sabotage for my podcast co-host, guys. Yeah. And stay tuned as well, because I'm sure Pete will be able to record when I and the first Madden's back, that we're all back.
Yes.
I have to do my
Something.
forfeit.
Oh, your forfeit. Are you doing the Maddens?
Or is it the PAV? I'm really worried that he's going to get me to say something that I can't come back from.
Nah, he wouldn't do that. He'll just he'll do something stupid. He'll make you steal material from somebody or do something like that.
I think he'll make me do something that I'll get up on stage, and if Pete's watching this, he can comment. I think he'll get me to do something where I'll get up on stage and people will go, did he think that was a seriously good idea?
Do you know what
Like,
I
they'll
think?
go, what was he trying? Is
Do
he
you know what
trying
I
to be
think I would
smart?
do if I was doing this? I think I'd make you do one of them like alternative comedy things.
Yeah, that's what I knew.
I
Like
might-
a prop comedian or something.
Might make you do like a puppet on stage.
Yeah.
Or like, do you know one of them like
Magic or something.
do you know one of them ones where it's like a voice recording plays and you're on stage.
Yeah.
And then you act something like that. I think I'd do something like that.
I think he'll try and get me to voice record or something. No, not voice record, like a, what do you call ventriloquist?
Yeah.
Something
maybe.
like that. Or like get me to do magic or something. It's, magic would be the worst, I think.
Would
Or
you hate that the most? Yeah.
that, or like or audience participation, trying to get someone up on stage with me.
That would be. I'm so tired. Sorry, that would be good. You could do the. Oh, Joe, we could do the Terry Hood ball torture device.
No, because I'm not a pervert. And we'll call that a pod.
We'll call that a pod. Yeah, I think so. Both heading out in the town for a few drinks tonight. Well done, your game of golf today, sir.
Don't compliment. Don't be sarcastic.
Guys, thanks very much. Keep the ratings coming in. On Spotify, we're like closing in on like quite a big milestone on there. So if you're on Spotify, just leave a wee, just push the button. If you're on YouTube, subscribe. Closing in to 500 subscribers there, which would be lovely. And yeah, I'm sure Pete would have said get tickets to That's Plenty. So yeah, do that.
100%. And again, just follow each of us on our own Instagrams as well. Like, always good to see where we're gigging and what we're at as well, personally. Thank you very much, guys.
That's a pod.